Bobby, what's going on? Andrew here with Greater Media, and today is the day that we want to go ahead and transfer back over the Shopify store that we built. We want to get that back to you and kind of get your feedback and on how we did and kind of show you everything about the store. But just right off the bat, I went ahead and logged in. So I'm going to go ahead and send you the password and the URL and all that stuff to your site after I send this message to you. But pretty simple. This is what your Shopify dashboard is going to look like. Right now, of course, it's in the trial period, as you can see down here, because we haven't transferred it over and entered any of your billing information. But essentially what we're going to do is kind of show you exactly how to use Shopify. So right in here, this is your dashboard. This is on the home tab. Right here, this little thing is just here because your store is not 100% set up, only because we haven't transferred it over to you yet. So anyway, right here, this is what your dashboard will look like. Once you launch your store, there'll be some statistics in this area that'll, say you've had X amount of visitors, X amount of orders, how much traffic you have live on the site, things like that, and that'll show up once you go ahead and get that taken care of. Then just going through all these tabs, we have your orders tab, and once you get some orders, they'll be shown up here, and they'll have a little number and tell you what the product is. This is your products tab. This is just all of the products that are on your store. Pretty simple. Each one of them has their own description and that we've custom made for you, so that it has the highest conversion rate. We've also went ahead and removed duplicate pictures, and we've adjusted the pricing so it looks professional. That .99 looks really aesthetic. And then so if we go to the customers, this is where, same as with the orders, once you get an order, it'll show the person who ordered it, and you'll have a whole list of everyone that's ever ordered on your store. You got your analytics. This will kind of show you, traffic, where is it going, where is it coming from, what they're doing on your site, stuff like that. Pretty straightforward. We'll go ahead and go to marketing. This is a relatively new tab, kind of shows you how to set up campaigns and things. If that's the route you want to go for advertising, not necessarily something that we would recommend. There's definitely a different strategy that we like to use and kind of tell you about. But we'll go ahead and share that later. Discounts. This is where if you click this, you can go ahead and create different coupon codes. You can enter in the name, what it'll be, a percentage or if it's a fixed amount or free shipping or whatever, and you can set the specifics for the coupon code. This is your apps tab, and this is going to show you all the apps that are on your store. Right now we have your dropshipping app Oberlo installed, and I'll kind of show you how to use that in a second. And then right down here, this will be your online store. So this tab is going to show you all the different specifics about your physical site. So right here you can see this is what your site looks like a little bit, and I'll show it to you in a second. But this is a window. This is where you can customize it. If you hit the customize tab, you can go ahead and come in and edit the site. Pretty straightforward. You can edit the different fields over here. You can kind of move things around. You can drag and drop wherever you want. And you can kind of edit it. If you want this to be there, you don't want this to be there, you can edit that pretty specifically. This is where you can edit your blogs if you want to have different blogs. Same thing with all your pages. We went ahead and put those in for you. All custom, copywriting, so they're all unique to you. Navigations, where you're going to set up your menus. Domains is one thing that we'll need you to go ahead and take care of once we transfer the site over to you. And we can kind of recommend where we would get a domain from for you. But essentially, you go buy a domain and you'll click Connect Existing Domain. GoDaddy is usually the pretty easiest one that we recommend to our clients, because it's just, put it in and you click Next and it's go. Or you can buy one through Shopify. Not something that we normally do, but if you go through GoDaddy, all you got to do is type it in and they'll take care of it. It'll walk you through the process. And then your preferences. This will be where you can put in your titles and if you have a Facebook pixel, you can set that up. this just helps with traffic. I definitely would watch some videos, or if you want a little bit more information, you can kind of talk to us and we'll tell you about what a Facebook pixel does. Same thing with Google Analytics. Just tells you a little bit more in depth where people are going, where they're coming from, where they're spending their time. And here's something that's pretty important is your store password. So right now you have a password on your store because we haven't selected a plan, because when we transfer it over to you, just for security's sake, we want you to enter in your own billing information. That's not something that I think that you would want to have us handle, which we 100% respect. So we would want you to go ahead and go ahead and click select a plan. And once you do this, this will remove a password. You can take it off. But I would just choose the basic plan since you're just getting started. These, we've never really worked with them, and they doesn't really do much in our opinion. But you just choose this plan, and then it's just going to prompt you to enter in some billing information. Keep in mind, it will not charge you. Shopify won't charge you until your trial's up. So even if you enter it today and you fill all this out, none of it will be billed right now, and it'll all be billed in 4 days, and it'll be $29.99. We don't really pay it 3 years in advance, but you just enter in all your information. As you can see, some of it is already filled in, but you can do that. And then another thing that you're going to want to take care of is if you go to settings, this is once you get your site transferred over, you're going to want to look through all of this just to make sure everything's good for you. Go to payment providers, and this is where you're going to be able to enter in, if you're accepting payments from somebody. So you're going to want a complete account setup, and this is going to allow people to use credit cards on your site, and it's using Shopify payments. So basically, they'll enter their credit card and they'll pay Shopify, which will pay you, and then basically you can enter in your bank account information as well as your social security for tax information. But that will be so that they can deposit, the money from your website directly into your bank. And this is if you want to accept PayPal. You can enter in your business PayPal or your personal PayPal information, like it says, after your first sale that's made with PayPal. They'll email you at the email that we set up, and they'll give you instructions on how to set that up. If you want to have other payment methods, you can put, like BitPay. You can accept Bitcoin. All those different other ways of payment. You can set that up. All these other settings are pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Shipping information is pretty simple. You won't have to worry too much about that because most of the AliExpress listings have free shipping, or the shipping's like $1. So they're not going to eat into your profit margin too much. You're the account owner. We've already plugged in your name. Everything's all set for you to go. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use Oberlo real quick. So this is what your Oberlo dashboard is going to look like once it decides to load. But essentially, Oberlo is going to be kind of your back end of the back end. Right here, you can see this is going to be your products area, and this is going to show, because basically, I don't know how much you know about AliExpress dropshipping, but essentially what it is Oberlo is going to be like your middleman between you and AliExpress. You're putting AliExpress products on your website through Oberlo, and once somebody orders on your website, because your Shopify site is integrated with Oberlo is going to see that order, like right here. It's going to kind of mirror everything that happens on your Shopify site. So really, if you didn't even want to go into your Shopify site, you could just go into this and be fine, and just fulfill orders through here. But essentially, it's going to do this. It'll show you an order right here if someone made it through your Shopify site. There'll be an option to fulfill it. You'll click that, in which end you'll have to create an AliExpress account, and that's something that you can set up and kind of figure out how you want to set up, charging those products, because essentially you're paying for the product, and it's shipping to their house, and then Shopify is paying you however much your customer paid. So Oberlo is going to go ahead and automatically put that all together for you. Make sure you're using Chrome and that you install the Oberlo plugin. Right here, you can see mine's off right now, but that's what it'll look like. And essentially, once you click fulfill an order, it'll take you to AliExpress. Another tab will open up like that, and it'll go ahead and input all of the shipping address, all the shipping information. And so all you have to do is click place order. And so once it places the order, the product is sent. Everything's good, and then you just sit back and relax. And once you scale to a certain point, you can even hire virtual assistants in India to do that for you, or Bangladesh to do that for you. Pretty straightforward. If you need some extra assistance, you have our phone numbers in the group chat. Feel free to text us. For the next couple months, we'll be here to kind of help you through any problems or questions that you have. We're always 100% happy to help. If you need more information, and we're busy or something, just feel free to look on YouTube and look up like how to fulfill orders with Oberlo. I can recommend a friend of mine, Hayden Bowles, on YouTube. That's HaydenBowles, and he'll kind of walk you through that. He's pretty successful at drop shipping, but I would definitely watch some of his videos just for a little more extended information. But anyway, that's mostly it. With Oberlo and the store. We hope you like it. I'll just show you a little overview real quick of what the site looks like. So we've custom made your logo gadget solve, and this is what your customer will see. They'll see some pictures up here, kind of cycling through, just to add that little bit of aesthetic. There's just 3 of them, and then your products are right here. Customer service, emails right there. About us page. It's all custom, catalog. Then it'll show them all the products. I mean, if you want to, that's actually kind of a cool product. I do like that. May order that from you. Not gonna lie. But what I would recommend is that when you're running ads, and this is something that we can kind of go over at a later date if you want to. But when you're running ads, make sure that you're running them to a specific product, because you don't want to run them to your home page, because traffic will have a high bounce rate, and that means that people will spend a little bit amount of time on your store and then leave. So you have to think of your customers as sheep. You want to herd them directly towards what you want them to buy. So make sure you run a product ad that's, if I'm selling this product, the link takes them directly to that product, not just to your website, so that they can buy, and it's super easy, super simple for them. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Involving your store. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and send you the login information, and that's pretty much it. So anyway, I appreciate doing business with you. If you have any questions, you have our personal contacts, so feel free to get a hold of us or send us a message or whatever. We'll be happy to help. But the things that you're gonna need to take care of once you log in is adding a domain and then picking a plan. And once you get that done, go ahead and fill out your banking information so that Shopify can pay you. And then you're all set, and you can start running ads, and you'll be the proud new owner of a very nice, your first, I imagine, drop shipping store through Shopify. Anyway, take care. I appreciate doing business with you. Have a great day.